Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, former NBA players Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, with David Aldridge joining us courtside.
Here we go.
Back to the road tomorrow as this is the final game of the Grizzlies homestand. They faced off right here last time they met, but the home club just couldn't pull out the win. That loss pulls them even in the season series at 1-1. This game will be hard fought on both sides, no doubt.
Yeah, nowhere near at their best throughout the course of that game. A scrappy performance, but in the end, just not enough.
You know, when things aren't going your way, it's tough to stick it out. So I applaud them for hanging in there.
Well, it's much easier to space the floor when you have effective shooters like Brogdon on your roster.
Here's Morant. And that one hits back iron. Celtics on offense. It's a three-point game.
Ja Morant impressed as a rookie, but in 2022, he really started blowing the roof off.
He's been doing some tremendous things. How about a 52-point game in February that year? Only 12 of those points came from threes. That's a lot of buckets.
The rebound by the Celtics.
Now, look, this won't go down as a block, but the D made him change his shot, and that was enough.
Tatum looking around. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Richard, haven't we seen a lot of growth in Jason Tatum's game? He gives credit to the late Kobe Bryant for that.
Yeah, he was fortunate enough to train with Kobe Bryant, and sometimes he reminds you of a young Kobe. He clearly absorbed a ton of information from him.
And Jason Tatum seems, GA, like he's on the verge of being a superstar in the league.
And Kevin, some would say he is already there. It feels like he's going to win an MVP in the next 5 years. He's already shown he can lead a team to the final.
5 on the clock. Clark. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
You gotta know, this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
Now here's Tatum. Driving in. And Adams sends it back. The kick out to Tatum. The tray. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Still very early, but that's not the start they want. 1 for 5 shooting.
Here's Brooks. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
And you like to see this from Brooks, right? No need to fall in love with the jump shot. Give the defense different looks.
Here's Tatum. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Yeah, going hard to the rack, making a statement here early on.
Yeah, it's nice to see him be assertive instead of settling for a jump shot, especially in the first quarter.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Pass to Tatum. To the middle. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
You know, still a raw talent, but Williams does have a reliable inside game that continues to get better.
Adams outside. Brooks left side. Kick out to Adams. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Here's Morant. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Smart on the wing. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Pass to Tatum. No good that time. And it's Memphis the other way. Morant drives in. Doesn't go for him. Good work defensively by Smart. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Coach Taylor Jenkins gave me a few minutes to catch up. He said a key to this game would be to play within themselves on offense. Keep moving the ball like they do when they're playing well. Play unselfishly. We'll see if that's enough to put them up 2-1 in this season series. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Sounds like to execute the plan, Greg, they're going to have to get that good shot selection.
No doubt about it, Kevin. If you want to shoot a high percentage in this league, you have to be patient, and you have to understand what quality of shots you get.
Well, that's definitely the strategy. Executing it, that can be a bigger challenge.
Launches a three. Tatum with another miss.
He's been off. Still, they're up, so not all is lost.
Spins. 6 to shoot. Offensive rebound. The kick out to Brown. They shoot again. And he hits the jump shot.
And each year, it seems Brown keeps getting better at shooting the ball, especially from the mid-range.
Pass to Bane. Screen by Adams. Trying to get something going. And Desmond Bane, good for three.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple. And one thing that stands out about this Celtics unit is their defensive abilities. They've got a lot of skill on that end of the floor.
And here is Brown. Back to Williams. The Grizzlies pull it in.
Oh, no excuse for a guy of his caliber. You've got to finish that slam. Got to be a little embarrassed by that one.
You're right. Defense, it's been terrific for him. This Boston team, GA, certainly has a talent for holding back their opponent's shots and really defending well.
And, Kevin, they put a lot of energy into pressuring shooters, making sure guys can't find easy looks. They don't want to give away anything for free.
Morant, that's for two. Can't hit the step-back jump shot.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Here's Tatum. Sinks that one from the post. Tatum's got 8 points.
Ooh, how about those nifty moves from Tatum? So crafty with the rock.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. Here's Morant. Outside, Bane. And the Grizzlies get it back. Out to Brooks. From outside the arc. And another miss by Memphis.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
White with it. Now defended by Bane. Horford makes it off the glass. And it's an 11-point Celtic lead.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
The three from Morant. Can't hit that one. And it's Boston the other way.
His consistency just hasn't been there this quarter in terms of his shooting.
Over in the corner, Brown. And the foul called on Brandon Clark. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Austin with the ball. They lead by 11. And it's Brown missing.
And how about Jaylen Brown, part of that young core for the Celtics?
Yeah, he's been through a lot with this young group of guys. They've grown together, they've come in together, and they've gotten better together. And you've seen the production of Brown increase because of it.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Morant outside. Morant with another miss.
Let's just say his subpar shooting is just one reason why they are trailing in this ball game.
Pass to Gallinari. Back to Brown. In the corner, Horford with it. Just 4 to shoot. Offline with his 3. The Grizzlies trailed by 11. On 11 left to play here in the first. Down low. Adams' shot is good.
One of the most dynamic passers to enter this league in a while. Morant, this man is in full control of the offense.
White with it. He's picked up by Brooks. Tries the spin move. Horford trying to free himself up. Brown, good.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Morant with a wide open look. That 3 off the mark.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Over to the wing. Back to White. Beyond the arc. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Steven Adams picks one up.
And how about the poise there by Horford? Lets the defender make the mistake, and now he's headed to the line.
Taking 2 shots.
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. The Grizzlies trail by 12. Jones with it. Performance for Jason Tatum. He has been the story so far for Boston. What didn't he do in that quarter? A fantastic all-around effort. We come back right after this.
Please give a big round of applause for your Christmas gift.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Celtics. And so it's Memphis with it, down by 12. Jones, no one around him. And it's out of bounds, last touch by Jones. Celtics leading by 12. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks very much. Now, Malcolm Brogdon said in pre-draft interviews, teams would ask him, you went to college for 4 years and got your master's in your 5th year. Are you sure you want to be an NBA player? It seems as if you're black, you can't be both educated and a sportsman. But it's not disheartening. It's a chance for me to break the mold. Kevin?
Thanks, D.A. Right side, Williams. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Gallinari. Going to high school in the L.A. area, Zaire Williams played on a loaded team.
Yeah, of course, Zaire was a first-round pick in 2021, but he was the high school teammate of B.J. Boston, who was also selected in that draft. You throw in the sons of LeBron and D-Wade, and look, let's just say those gyms were sold out.
And then Griffin with the dunk.
And what you can count on with Griffin, he knows how to finish. Rolls off the screen there with purpose.
Pass to Jones. Count the basket. Jones has got his first basket of the night.
And that's why you don't let him get positioned deep in the post.
And they need better team defense. Help out your man in the post. It takes multiple guys to stop him.
Back to Horford. Celtics passing it around. Here's Smart. Now Griffin. Good on the shot. Griffin's got 4 points this quarter.
And shaking off the D like it isn't even there. Griffin's inside game is so advanced.
From 10 feet out, and it's Griffin with the rebound.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Brogdon finds the hole for the second time from the floor. Now 2 for 5.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. And it's Jones with the ball for Memphis. It's a 16-point game. Outside for Davis. The Grizzlies with another miss. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Brown outside. And he drives in. 5 to shoot. That's good, and it's his 4th basket of the game. He's a strong 4 for 6.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Outside Williams. They double him with Horford. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. Outside, Jones. Off target from three-point range. Celtics leading by 18. Outside, Tatum. For 3, Williams. The Grizzlies pull it in.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Davis looking for an opening. Inside. Here's Len. Plays it up and banks it in. Len's got his first basket.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Pass to Brown. White with it. Back to Brown. From deep. 6 on the shot clock. Tatum draws the double. Boston needs to get off a shot. Here's White. Off target from outside. The Grizzlies trail by 16.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And with his team trying to trim this margin, his struggles this quarter, they're not helping things. One thing you have to admire about the Grizzlies is their high level of effort. These guys play with such determination on every single play.
Even their superstars like Morant. The Celtics shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. The effort level of the Grizzlies, RJ, can be an equalizer against some teams.
Yes, the talent and experience can only take you so far. But Memphis, these boys will outwork you. And in some ways, it's not fair because their energy at times just seems unmatchable.
Jones for 3. That will not drop. Still looking for his groove. He's 1 of 6 so far from the floor. Here's Brown. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
A wing who wants to pound it down low. Brown earns a trip to the line.
He's made 1 and missed 1 so far in the game.
taking 2 shots.
And Jaylen Brown is such a force on the offensive end. Hard to keep that guy out of the paint. Terrific finisher at the rim.
And maybe the only weakness for Brown is his handle on the ball.
And it's something that he's worked on every offseason. Still, though, susceptible to turnovers while dribbling. That's one of the very few weaknesses in his game.
Jones, that's for 2. Outside for Davis. Back to Len. Williams with the block.
The reach of Williams is outstanding. He uses it to perfection to deny shooters.
It just seems, Richard, like Robert Williams is a guy willing to do anything to help his team.
And there's a whole lot he can do. His defense has never been a question. He can dish it. He's an aggressive rebounder. And look, his effort level, that's something you don't ever question.
And he makes the first. And Greg, up and down the Celtics roster, so many of their key players were drafted by the Boston Celtics.
And Tatum and Brown at the core, but also credit to their front office. Rare to find a powerhouse built from homegrown talent.
It's stolen by Brown. Outside Tatum. Outside Williams. Pass to White. Shots good by Williams. And the Celtics lead by 21.
Showing that aggressive nature. Williams competes hard, doesn't back down, and he'll let his opponent know he's not afraid of the contact.
Outside Davis. And stolen by White. Williams with the ball. Now guarded by Len. Outside Tatum. From deep. Pass to Williams. Back to Williams. White wide open. He fires. Misses the 3. In your younger days, RJ, you had seasons where you averaged over 22 points a game. Some players later in their careers struggle accepting smaller roles, different roles. As a player, talk about that challenge.
Self-confidence is a weird one. Sometimes it can work great for you, and sometimes it can work against you. For me personally, as I got older, I loved finding the challenge. And the challenge was, how could I star in my role? Was it as a 10-point-a-game scorer? Was it as a 20-point-a-game scorer? Or was it as a 5-point-a-game scorer? Because ultimately, you have a chance to have an impact on the game. And I love basketball, so I was going to take any role you were going to give me.
What a great answer. So in other words, you've always got to evolve.
You always get to evolve, and it's always going to be adapt or die, especially as you get older. You have to adapt or your career is going to end. I would have never played 17 years if I didn't adapt.
Left side Williams. Back to Morant. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Pass to Williams. To the inside. Here's Brogdon. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Desmond Bane.
And he's the glue that holds this team together. Brogdon's calm demeanor and lead-by-example approach is so valuable to this squad.
Well, Greg, with this Memphis Grizzlies team, you like how young and how hungry they are. It's very appealing.
And these players have bought into the system. This is a selfless group that knows each other's strengths, and it's why they've seen so much success here of late.
Now here's Williams, following the miss by Ja Morant. Pass to Smart. Back to Williams. Gallinari with it. He's picked up by Brooks. Here's Williams. Busted. No good that time either.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Outside Williams. Back to Morant. And just miss after miss right now.
They're losing because he is struggling so bad, and he has not looked comfortable all game. Pass
to Gallinari. Bounce pass from Brogdon. A nice shot by Gallinari. Gallinari's got his first bucket of the night.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Here's Williams. He can't get that one. Great D that time from Griffin. Outside, Smart. A three-pointer off the mark. And Adams has got the ball here for the Grizzlies. Payton for three. Gallinari with the rebound.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
In a major drought, need to find some sort of momentum.
Now here's Smart. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Picked by Griffin. And here's Brogdon from the arc. Doesn't go that time. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. Here's Morant. Count it, good. Morant's got his third bucket of the night.
He gets a lot of defensive attention, but Morant, he can expect this type of rough scene anytime he takes it inside.
There's Gallinari with the three. The rebound by Steven Adams. And here are the Grizzlies. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Morant. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Clever play by Morant, sticking with his shot to ensure he gets himself fouled while in the act.
And working Kevin themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
Now here's Brogdon. 6 points for him. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
A primary responsibility of Brogdon's. When someone is open on his squad, he gets it to him.
And so it's Boston, holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Now here's Brooks with the drive. Here's Bain. Williams with the block. Brown outside. From downtown. And there's a whistle. That goes on Dylan Brooks. That's his first foul.
First team foul. Coming onto the floor for your Grizzlies, Santi Aldama.
Smart up top. No points in the game yet for him. Shot clock at 6. To the paint. Here's Williams. Shakes him. He lays it in. Williams has got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Celtics. Over to the left wing. And stolen by Tatum. Here's Brown. And the dunk by Brown.
You see the confidence building in Brown offensively. First, it was taking over stretches. Now, it's taking over games.
Here's Adams. And Adams with the slam.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be. Well, if you polled players on who they think the strongest guy in the league, I'm pretty sure Steven Adams would be a top pick.
For 3, Brogdon. Here's Brown. Adams, some nice D.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Now here's Adams. Williams with the block. And he banks in the layup. Williams has got 8 points. And for Adams, his strength makes him difficult, Richard, to deal with.
Oh, yeah, it's the absolute worst. He set some of the hardest screens in the league, and he's been one of, if not the best offensive rebounders for over the last decade. Look, it takes multiple people to box out that large human.
And he gets it back. Morant with the steal. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Second personal
That's
foul.
on Malcolm Brogdon.
First team foul.
You know Ja Morant, such a dynamic guard. His combination of speed and creativity, that makes for some tough matchups.
Both free throws good from Morant.
Well, after their offense stalled in the finals, the Celtics getting some veteran help. Gallinari and Brogdon both bring shooting, and Brogdon's another playmaker on the floor.
Intelligent play by Tatum, moving the ball to get an open shot.
Morant outside. Pass to Aldama. A 3-ball. Drains it from beyond the arc.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
And that one's good, Brogdon.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
Pass to Brooks. Right side Bane. And it's Desmond Bane with the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Celtics substitution.
Celtics making a switch here. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Outside White. Back to Brogdon. There's the 3. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Here's Brooks. A rebound by the Celtics.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Personal foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Substitution on the court.
Outside Williams. It's Brogdon on the wing. Clock at 6. Williams can't hit. And here are the Grizzlies. Here's Jones. And it's sent back by White. And he gets it to go.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
And here's Brogdon from the arc. He can't hit that time.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Conchar, good.
I like the intention, the focus, finding a way to make it work inside.
Now here's White. Pass to Tatum. Misses off the left iron.
Oh, man, that's tough. That's definitely one he'd like back. Almost too wide open.
And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal
Well,
foul.
Greg, we're seeing high schoolers now making 6 figures to play basketball. I bet you wouldn't have minded that in your time, would you?
I tell you what, it beats delivering the newspaper, right? It's still fresh and developing, but a lot of different opportunities are emerging.
It's good.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking, jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
Here's Williams. And it's Williams finishing it off.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. Horford with the rebound.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Pass to White. Wants to get it to Brogdon and does. Left side, Horford. And finished off by Horford.
No chance to shut that one down. Horford's reach made that play unstoppable.
Here's Conchar. And that one is off. And Boston will go the other way with it. Pass to Horford. Len with the block. And he recovers it. Outside, White. Now Williams. Goes back up. And the layup is up and in. Williams has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop. I don't know if he got in his own head there or what, because the defense can't really take credit for that miss.
Gallinari on the wing. Outside Williams. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Celtics making a switch here.
Celtic substitution. Blake Griffin.
Here's Jones.
Nathan Pritchard.
To stop the drought. And it's Griffin with the rebound.
I think the defense will live with him taking mid-range jumpers, but maybe just a little bit more resistance.
Here's Pritchard. No good from outside. Inside. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession.
Celtics ball. Substitution on the court.
And there's a minute 45 left to play in the third. Outside, Smart. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
And Marcus Smart, GA, the very definition of a guy you love on your team, but hate to play against.
Yeah. And teams that go deep need that sort of presence. Smart is more than just an agitator, though. Great player who anyone would want to play alongside.
Outside, White. Clock at 4. Here's Gallinari. And yes, it's good. Gallinari's got his second bucket of the night.
And with good height for a wing player, Gallinari gives defenders problems down low.
Pass to Williams. Brooks outside. Morant right side. The Grizzlies with another miss.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks from range. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
The Celtics working the ball around now. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Williams. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Pass to Bane. Back to Williams. And the slam by Williams.
And if you try to block his shot, you risk getting posterized because he is good at using that height to his advantage.
And here's White. Guarded by Bane. Here's Smart.
I like Morant's workmanlike approach on D. He finds good matchups and makes an impact.
And so it's the Boston Celtics. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Boston Celtics. Outside Tatum. Over Williams. No good on that one.
And usually that's a bucket for him. But look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
Puts it up from 12.
The all-star Tatum engaged on defense. That's a scary sight for opponents.
The three from Morant. The shot off that time. So the Celtics will take it the other way. Brown feeling it out a bit. Tatum on the wing. And there's the foul. It's on Steven Adams. That's his third foul of the game. We're seeing a lot of pretty lively pregame dance routines from the players. You got any of that in your repertoire, say, before we begin a broadcast?
Oh, Kevin, I think pretty soon we should work out a few sequences, get ourselves fired up. You game?
No. Come on, Greg. I'm not sure about that. But you go ahead and do it.
In the second half, we've seen him refocus his shooting. Much fewer wasted possessions.
To the middle. Morant with the bucket.
Working through the lane, Morant, he's got such a great change of speed to keep the defense off.
Outside Tatum. Tatum draws the double. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Morant. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here.
Yeah, just stepped out of bounds as he tried to slither around the defender there. Good job by the D to cut him off.
Brown wide open. He fires. No good on the quick three. Morant looking around. Adams outside. 6 on the shot clock. Brooks. No good that time. Some solid defense from Brown. Down low. In the corner, it's Brogdon. Fires the three. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And the media is able to vote on awards like all rookie, but Greg, those awards can end up determining a player's max salary. Any concern there?
No doubt there is, but somebody has to decide those awards, right? And no matter who it is, there's always going to be some pushback. So as long as contracts are tied to them, that power will be in someone else's hands.
Morant with the bucket.
So creative with the ball in his hands. Morant is adept at creating offenses for himself.
Here's White. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Second personal foul.
Derek White was only 6 feet in high school. No D1 schools even offered a scholarship.
Derek ended up at a D2 school, but White had a major growth spurt up to 6'4". Transfers to a D1 school. The Spurs take him late in the first. What a crazy path to the league.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. And it's Morant missing. Boston dictating the flow. And an intentional foul right there. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Boston. That free throw, no good. One word you always hear the Grizzly players mention is chemistry.
Yeah, you can't fake chemistry, and it's true. When you ask these guys what makes their team special, they point out what a tight-knit group they are. Some people might not think chemistry is a big deal, but it is huge when it comes to this league.
And one thing is, if you look on paper, it could feel like there's chemistry. But as you know, sometimes it doesn't translate to the real world.
No, it does not translate. And then after that, if you don't have chemistry, you better have professionals.
Morant with it, picked up by Brown. Pass to Adams. Back to Morant. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on Horford.
Second team.
In terms of entertainment factor, can any current player top Ja Morant? I mean, we've seen Ja with some vicious in-game throwdowns.
That's good from Morant. Hey, Craig, talking about the great Ja Morant, this guy is just flat out fun to watch.
Well, Ja's been known to go off for 50 on any given night, but he also looks for others, dropping some nasty dimes. Morant has an insane combination of athleticism and skill. This guy can do anything.
He knocked down a 3 in the first quarter, but he's still been unable to connect from deep past the break.
Jones for 3. The Grizzlies with another miss. And Boston has possession. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Here's Horford. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. That one's on Morant.
And many thought Horford's days were over after his OKC stint, but showed he can still be a difference maker in Boston. And boy, was he a huge part of their finals run.
Horford may not be as consistent as he once was, but Greg, he shows up when you need him the most.
You know, he had several big games for the Celtics in the postseason. Great shooter who can really space the court for you. Still also a top-level defender at the rim, and he helped define their interior defense.
So both teams making some changes here. Here's Jones. Greg, we're seeing more fines recently for the language that players use with the media. Is that a concern?
I don't think it should be a concern, and I'm not kidding. The league's going to have standards of decorum. You're on TV. You got to keep it together. However, I think that as a society, we're a little more tolerant of certain words that are used in public.
Again, the miss by the Celtics.
It hasn't been his best game, but his team is still doing just enough to be up.
On the wing, Davis. Takes a 3. Rebounded by the Celtics. Smart on the wing. Pass to Gallinari. And here's Smart. Shot clock at 5. Back to Gallinari. It's Clark with the rebound. And Clark has got the ball here for Memphis. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. To the left wing. Fires from deep. It's hauled in by Cornette. Boston dictating the flow. Here's Pritchard. To the inside. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
And you know, for proof of what Morant's done for the Memphis franchise, look at the offensive numbers. The Grizzlies have made huge steps forward every year.
Greg, the improvement since Morant arrived has been very steady.
And the Grizzlies went from the 20th rated offense in his rookie season to number 16 in his second year, and then all the way up to number 5 last season. Ja has turned him into a powerhouse. Just good, aggressive drive from him that time. Found a hole in the D and went straight to the rim.
Greg, we know a lot of teams using former NBA officials now working as consultants to teach their players how the refs see the game. Just always looking for that edge.
Yeah, Kevin, I think it's a great idea because philosophically sometimes as the rules evolve, players got to learn how to evolve with them. So not getting the calls you might expect, also how you communicate with officials. I think all of that stuff plays a big role in just furthering that dynamic between the officials and the players.
Now here's Jones. Lots of room. And he knocks down the jumper.
Oh, that's some fancy ball handling right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble?
Here's Pritchard. To the paint. It's stolen by Davis. And here we go. The Grizzlies on a fast break. And slam dunk by Clark.
This is the mindset Clark has. He's opportunistic and really has an awareness of when to attack in transition.
Here's Smart. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Jones looking for an opening. They get it back. It's Davis on the wing. Pass to Jones. Here's Aldama. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level.
In the corner, Smart with it. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
For a guy who's still working on his range, love to see Smart attacking on the interior.
Davis in the corner. Takes the three. Gallinari with the rebound. And the foul called on Brandon Clark. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot two.
And the Celtics with the top defense last year, they are so great at switching everything, making the most of their personnel.
And the switching on defense that the Celtics do, it really disrupts teams.
And you don't really have mismatches to hunt. And you got guys like Smart and Williams that are out there putting pressure on shooters as well.
Now here is Davis. And Tatum pulls it down.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Gallinari surveying the D. Back to Griffin. Off target at the rim. So it's the Grizzlies now. Jones up top. Clark right side. And the rejection by Tatum.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Celtics.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year. Actually, their 5th win on the year. And you know, guys, what a nice performance it was for Jason Tatum.
Honestly, I just love how relentless he is on the glass, making a big effort to pull the ball in and give his teammates extra chances.
A disappointing trip to the line there. Even though it was just one miss, now is not the time to be missing those. Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
Back to Williams. Over Tatum. No good off the back of the rim. And it's Smart with the ball for the Boston Celtics. 27 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Taken away by Williams. .11 seconds left in the 4th. In the corner, it's Bane. Offensive rebound. Second shot opportunity. And it's Williams laying it in.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Yeah, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say they need to emphasize rebounding going forward.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. A resounding victory for them. And Greg, an enemy.
Envy when you famous first. They don't know what their name is worth. Please excuse my grammar. See my Oscar. This game like Home Depot. They got. We was out then cameras. When you broke, won't throw slander. Get money, now can't stand us, man. I want a whole lot of green, a pair of nice jeans. I've been with the new and a pair of ice creams. Ever since I was a teen, I've been focused on the cream, want the clothes and the kicks in. And I don't wanna call on an X-Wing, I'm just on to the next thing. Growing up, I didn't have the best things, now my diamonds on my neck gleam. I don't wanna call on an X-Wing, I'm just on to the next thing. Growing up, I didn't have the best things, now my diamonds on my neck gleam. New my state in a new spot, a TikTok, bought a new watch. It's my time now, with my G-Shock, fur coat fresh off a Sasquatch. Told me to keep it PC, now I'ma let them. Everybody wanna be the man, I'm the counting money in the backdrop. Oh, it's the slicker than some lubricant, young exuberant, moving through the city where your Uber went. Am I killing it or am I losing it? Instead of counting sheep, I count dollars. Riding high, Chevy Impala. If I make that an inch taller, then I upgrade to a Skywalker. Rap elite, I'm top tier. Kill a game, then drop tears. I'm Scarecrow, I reveal your worst fears.